So here's a quick run through of the evolution of the BreeCS ACU, where it started and where it is now. So starting way back when, there are many prototypes that I just simply don't have anymore, reused parts, they got destroyed, thrown away, etc. But this one was in essence based upon a PIC microcontroller written purely in assembly, and it was just to decode data, clicks and relays, very basic, all hand soldered as you can see. Then we move on to the next revision, which again was more in depth. This was based upon 2 Atmel chips. It had 4 relay outputs. It had an Arduino Leonardo Ethernet, which is now obsolete. You can't purchase them anymore. But again, it was fully hand soldered, and it worked, fully worked. It wasn't what I wanted. It's what I thought I wanted, but after you build it and you think, yeah, it doesn't really do what I want it to do. I can't really make it do what I want it to do. So again, that got scrapped. Then I moved on to this monstrosity, which was a Raspberry Pi, a couple of relay boards stacked on top, obviously just prototyping as you can see, a little Arduino micro, again stacked on top, and then the baseboard just sort of hand soldered. Yeah, this one's not so neat, it's a bit of a mess, but it worked. Then I moved on to what I thought was going to be the final rendition. Again, this is the prototype version of that. It's based upon a Raspberry Pi CM4 with the IO board, a couple of relays stacked on top, and an Arduino micro, some buttons for input, some jumpers, etc. And then a connector on the side, which would be the wigged input for the readers. I actually wrote all of the firmware for this completely, COM server, the lot, fully working. Obviously this is not production ready, this is, you know, this was just a prototype, but yeah, I wrote all of the software, all of the firmware, fully working, and then you couldn't buy CM4s anymore. So that was the end of that. We then moved on to what was going to be towards the, you know, where we are now, and this is just a proto stacked board for a Latte Panda SBC. Had the jumper just for some inputs on the pins themselves, some LEDs which would represent the relay outputs, and again some wigged inputs. And then we start getting to the still prototypes, but the proper circuit boards. So this is the BreeCS circuit board unpopulated. This is the BreeCS ACU circuit board PCB that is populated but doesn't contain the SBC. And then finally the fully assembled, put together BreeCS ACU stroke IO module, IoT device, etc. Again, because now I can control the hardware itself, the firmware that runs on it, and all of the software. Obviously there's now no limitations of what I can and can't do. I mean, obviously there will be some limitations in respect what the hardware itself can do, but in respect of writing software and firmware, I've got open reign. It's, you know, it's my product. It's I'm not tied into following any rules by any other manufacturer saying you can and can't do something. If the device itself is powerful enough to run X, Y, Z, then it can be implemented through firmware updates, firmware changes, software, and all the rest of it. So yeah, so just a quick overview. As I said, I did have many more prototypes, but I've just, yeah, they got ruined, destroyed, thrown away, parts reused for other prototypes, etc. So yeah, that's where we're at. Thanks for watching.